Ever wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3 as a vampire, demon, or something even crazier? Well, today we're diving into some of the most unique race mods that will take your game to a whole new level of chaos. Let's jump right in. First up, we have playable Dhampir Race from the Transient Gesar Wii mod. Now this race allows you to play as a half vampire with all of the perks of vampiric powers minus the whole burning in sunlight issue. The Dhampir mod race lets you live the best of both worlds, balancing between being human and having a constant thirst for blood. At level 1 they unlock Dhampiric Bite, which is a healing bite attack that you can use once per short rest as a bonus action. The bite deals damage based on your proficiency bonus and heals you for the same amount. On top of that, enemies hit by this bite have to make a constitution saving throw or they start bleeding for 2 turns, taking extra damage. This attack makes Dhampirs extremely effective in longer combat, allowing you to not only deal damage but also heal mid-battle. The added bleeding effect on enemies makes this very strong strategic move, especially when you're dealing with tougher foes. At level 3 they unlock Taste for Blood, where they gain bonuses to their attack rolls when targeting wounded enemies, and the bonus scales based on your proficiency bonus. This ability then complements the Dhampiric Bite attack by making you more dangerous the longer the fight goes on and the more wounded enemies there are to attack. This ability rewards you for staying aggressive and focusing on already injured enemies, so it's great for finishing off weakened foes and turning battles in your favour without needing to switch tactics. From level 5 they unlock Refined Taste. Now this ability adds another layer of versatility, giving you bonuses to ranged and spell attack rolls against damaged enemies. It means that Dhampirs can effectively contribute to combat even from a distance. So if you ever wanted to mix your close range vampiric strikes with long range spells or bow shots, this is where that all comes together, and it makes the Dhampir feel like less of a one-trick pony and more like a multifaceted threat. At level 10 they unlock Dhampiric Grace, which gives them increased speed, increased jumping distance and immunity to difficult terrain. This mobility boost gives the Dhampir a significant edge in combat and exploration, allowing you to move around the battlefield and the map with ease. This ability comes in handy when positioning is key, letting you escape those tricky situations or jump in to deal that first blow. Dhampirs also gain superior dark vision, which allows them to see up to 120 feet in darkness. However, they also get the thirsty condition, which introduces an interesting new survival element, which after you long rest you must feed on blood or suffer penalties, encouraging you to stay on top of your bloodlust like a traditional vampire. The Dhampir race offers a nice mix of survivability and offense, and the healing from Dhampiric Bite and the boost from Taste for Blood and Refined Taste create an aggressive, sustain heavy playstyle. If you like the idea of constantly staying on the offensive while managing a thirst for blood, this race mod hits the mark. The thirsty condition adds a nice role-playing element, while the bite mechanics and the mobility make this a versatile and fun class to play. Next up we have another mod from Astralities, the Elven Anthology. This mod introduces a wide range of Elven subraces, offering more variety than the base game's elf options. Whether you want to focus on magic, stealth or shapeshifting into wolves, there's an Elven subrace for you here, and there's so many different subraces to choose from. We have Moon Elves, which have a connection to lunar magic. We have Sun Elves who tap into radiant power. There's literally something here for every playstyle. Every subrace brings unique racial bonuses to the table as well. Moon Elves, for example, have access to spells like Moonbeam, while Sun Elves gain powerful radiant magic that can wipe out undead enemies with ease. And then we have the Loth Touched Drow. Now this Drow subrace comes with spider magic, including the ability to summon a spider companion to aid you in battle. So if you're into minions, this subrace lets you command creepy crawlers to overwhelm your enemies. We also have the Lythari, and they're a natural shape-shifting subrace. They gain the ability to transform into a wolf, enhancing their speed, strength and stealth. Now this shape-shifting ability adds another layer of versatility to their combat, as it allows them to move faster across the battlefield and deal even more damage through melee attacks. We have other subraces like the Dusk Elves, who are masters of stealth. They gain access to Pass Without Trace, making them nearly invisible to enemies. They're perfect for the more sneaky tactics and the stealthy approach to combat. Due to its sheer size, this mod brings massive versatility, offers new ways to approach both combat and exploration. Whether you want to shapeshift into a wolf, control an army of spiders, or excel in stealth, there's literally subraces for anything you could ever want. This mod does a great job of massively expanding the Elven race, adding more depth without overwhelming players with too many options. There's something here for everyone, and I highly recommend checking it out. Next up we have another elf race, the Witch Elf, which is a homebrew custom race that brings psychic powers and dark magic to the table. They have quite a striking, sinister appearance and a toolkit of psychic abilities. They're perfect for players who want to mix manipulation with offense. They gain a new cantrip, Psychic Whip, which lets them deal psychic damage and apply disadvantage on the enemy's next attack that gives you both the offensive and defensive benefits in one go. They gain a really interesting skill as well, Pain's Embrace, which allows them to convert negative conditions like frightened or cursed into bonus psychic damage, making them even more dangerous when faced with adversity. Turning a debuff into an advantage makes this subrace really fun to play. Instead of avoiding curses or conditions, you can actually embrace them to increase your damage output, making you a force to be reckoned with. They're naturally resistant to psychic damage. They can shrug off mind control effects and spells, making them harder to pin down in battle. And they come with dark vision of up to 60 feet. They excel in dark environments, whether in combat or exploration. And this subrace brings a good mix of psychic power, battlefield control, and the ability to turn those debuffs into strengths. With defensive bonuses against psychic damage and offensive psychic abilities, Witch Elves are pretty potent and they're hard to control in combat. The Witch Elf mod takes the traditional Elven template and gives it a darker, more manipulative twist. The ability to thrive off of debuffs like fear and curses is quite a unique mechanic, and the mix of psychic powers keeps combat interesting without overwhelming the player. It's definitely a fun strategic addition for players who like a little bit more depth in their approach to combat. It's great fun. Alright, quick question. Out of the mod so far, which race will you be taking for a spin in your next playthrough? Let me know in the comments, and hey, if you haven't already, hit subscribe for more mod showcases like this. Up next, we have an Elder Scrolls race that I'm sure a lot of you will be familiar with, the Dunmer. This mod brings the iconic Dark Elves from the Elder Scrolls into Baldur's Gate 3. They come with their signature fire resistance and multiple sub-races based on their great houses. The Dunmer have a lot to offer in terms of tactical versatility and of course role-playing options. As I said, Dunmer are naturally resistant to fire damage, which makes them much more durable in battles involving fire or fiery environments. At level 3, they gain +2 armor class through ancestral blessings, significantly boosting their defenses and making them of course much tougher to hit in combat. At level 8, they unlock Ancestor's Wrath, which is an ability that allows them to deal 3 to 24 fire damage in an area of effect to nearby enemies, which is perfect for crowd control or significantly weaken stronger foes. This race brings multiple different sub-races to choose from based on the great houses from the Elder Scrolls, such as House Redoran, which provides bonuses to strength and fire damage, which is ideal for your melee characters. House Telvanni, which is intelligence focused and brings spells such as levitation, which is of course perfect for spellcasters. We have House Halalu, who are charisma based, which is great for your warlocks and charisma based classes. There are multiple different sub-races to choose from, and each different house offers a fairly distinct playstyle, allowing you to mix and match different builds depending on whether you prefer brute force, magic, or of course the charisma driven gameplay. And this flexibility makes the Dunmer one of the most well-rounded race mods, catering to multiple different player preferences. Make sure to check it out. And then we have the Demon player race, and this one is perfect for those who want to tap into their dark powers of psionics and physical combat. They have custom horns, which are awesome, demonic tattoos, and a set of brutal abilities. This mod turns you into a true fiendish force in Baldur's Gate 3. Of course, this is a homebrew race, so it's not the most balanced race on our list today, but it's a whole lot of fun, so who cares. As a race bonus, the Demon race gives you +1 strength and +1 intelligence, and opens up a lot of possibilities for those hybrid builds that mix brutal melee attacks with deadly psionic or magic abilities. Demons are naturally proficient in stealth and deception, allowing for sneaky approaches in both combat and role-playing situations, so whether you're ambushing enemies or bluffing your way through a dialogue, these proficiencies offer a lot of flexibility. This race also has access to a number of new demonic spells, such as Fleeting Kiss, which allows you to resurrect your enemies as allies, and Anti-Magic Field, which nullifies magic in a targeted area. They gain a number of new demonic gifts, such as Devour, which allows you to consume your enemy's corpse to heal yourself, whilst they also have Demonic Gift Command, which lets you charm your enemies into fighting for you, offering different strategic options beyond simple damage dealing. They gain a number of powerful passive abilities such as Weaver's Pet for enhanced jumping and full resistance. They receive True Sight for dark vision and immunity to blinding, and a Demon Birthright, which resurrects you once per battle when downed. This race brings a powerful combination of melee prowess, psionic spells and crowd control, with abilities like Devour for healing and Anti-Magic Field for shutting down spellcasters. The race is incredibly versatile in combat, and when you add in the stealth and deception proficiencies, you've got a pretty fiendish character capable of outwitting enemies on and off the battlefield. This race is for those who want to feel like a demonic beast, blending strength and strategic spell use. The demonic gifts offer a nice new touch, and the passives make it a fun and highly adaptable race to play. So if you enjoy manipulating the battlefield while dealing serious damage, this mod is for you. Thanks for watching. If you like the mods, leave a comment below and hit subscribe for more, and check out my other videos. I'll see you next time.